BookTube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to share with you guys my Vlogmas Day 8 video. I was thinking, what videos could I make for Vlogmas? And I was like, oh, well, I do like audiobooks. I am having a 2017 Stephen King audio along next year, and so I wanted to talk about audiobooks today. So normally you have an auto by author, so authors like Stephen King, Dean Koontz, maybe you like contemporary authors that you always buy from. I'm a horror lover, so I know horror authors. But for this video, I'm going to talk about the audiobook narrators that I love a lot, and I've listened to a lot of their books, and I have a huge list of books that I would like to also listen to from these authors. But because my lists are kind of lengthy, I'm only going to tell you guys about ones that everyone should have heard of on BookTube. Hopefully that makes sense. If you want a full list though, let me know and I can put it down in the description box. So for the first audio narrator that I love, that will be Wil Wheaton. Now, if everybody should know who Wil Wheaton is. He used to play, I don't know the name because I never actually watched Star Trek, but he was a character on Star Trek. He's also himself on The Big Bang, and he was also in a few episodes of The Guild, which is a YouTube video web series that was on a long time ago. I think I don't remember when I stopped watching that. I don't know all the names of the characters either. I'm going on a tangent. Anywho, Wil Wheaton narrated Ready Player One, Armada, Lock-In, and Red Shirts. So I absolutely loved all four of those books. Two are from Ernest Cline. The other two are from John Scalzi. There is Fuzzy Nation that's also from John Scalzi that I want to listen to, that Wil Wheaton also narrates. And then there is I think it's a series by Cherie Priest, which is called Bone Shaker, and he also narrates that book. And then there is Jim Dale. He's a renowned narrator for books. He read all of the Harry Potter books for audio. He's amazing. I also listened to The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern through Jim Dale's narration. It was so good. He's amazing at voices, so I absolutely love him. He also narrates Peter Pan, and then there is a middle grade book about Peter Pan called Peter and the Starcatchers, and he narrates all three of the books in that series. He does A Christmas Carol, Around the World in 80 Days, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. He does Peter and the Wolf. I own Liesl and Poe. I really want to read that one. That is by Lauren Oliver. The next person that I really enjoy her voice is Elizabeth Rogers, and she narrated all of the, you can see that a little bit, right? Succubus Blues, the Georgina Kincaid series. Loved her. Another book that woman narrates is Brood by Chase Novak. I own that book, so I'm looking forward to listening to it. That will be fun. And Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. I don't think any other ones you guys would know of. Well, Dismantled by Jennifer McMahon, maybe. I don't own that book, I don't think. That'll be good to listen to. The next narrator that I really like is called Kate Rudd, and she narrated The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I really liked how emotional she was, like her voice caught, and then so that made my throat catch. Like I felt like I was gonna cry when she was crying, and I thought that was very good as a narrator. Sometimes you get books narrated by people who are just not very good actors, especially just emotionally. It's just sometimes their voice is just annoying, but if you can't catch that emotional tone of the book, it's just such a bad experience. So she also reads Snow Like Ashes, Ice Like Fire by Sarah Rashish. I don't know how to say her last name. And then she also does Magic Bitter, Magic Sweet. I own that book in physical copy by Charlie M. Holm. And then she does the Fae series by Holly Black. There's Ironside, Tithe, and what's the last one? I don't have it on here. I don't know if she reads it or not. And then she also reads the Time-Bound series. I can't remember what the author's name is, but it's Time-Bound, Time's Edge, and Time's Divide. That is a sci-fi. I think it might be adult. The next person that I really enjoyed listening to was Rebecca Solar, and she's the one who narrated all of the Lunar Chronicle books. So from Cinder all the way to Winter and everything in between. I haven't, I know it's shameful, but I have not listened or read Winter. And I haven't read the novellas, and I need to. And I'm slacking. I will definitely try to fix that in 2017. All right, the next person I have here, her name is Christine Hatham, maybe? I don't know. She narrated Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. That trilogy, the narrator, Christine, did an amazing job, and so I want to listen to more of her books. So that is the Graveyard Queen series by Amanda Stevens. And then we have Dreamlands by Robert L. Anderson. I was very interested in that book at the beginning of the year, but I didn't want to pick up another dream book to read, but maybe listening to it will be more interesting. She also did Shift by Jerry Smith Ready. That's trilogy, which is exciting because I want to finish that series up. I do have 1 and 2, but I don't have the 3rd book yet. And then she did Reboot and Rebel by Amy Tintera, which I've heard is really good. Of course, I told you The Daughter of Smoke and Bone, all of that trilogy she did. Beautiful Redemption, she is the narrator for that one. Iron Daughter for Julie Kagawa. So all of Julie Kagawa's Fae series. She did The Shining Girls by Lauren Bukes. And she also did Amber Kaiser's Meridian trilogy, which is an angel. I think they're angels, an angel book. I own the physical copies. I don't know when I'm going to get to them, so it'd be nice to listen to them. The next person I want to talk about is a boy or a man. His name is Campbell Scott, and he's the one who narrated The Shining. And listening to that book scared me half to death. Like, I literally was screaming, no, 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 and trying to turn off the radio so I couldn't hear anymore in my car because it was so frightful. He did such a good job. He also reads Cloud Atlas, The Cell by Stephen King, and The Rum Diary by, oh, I don't want to say his name wrong, something Thompson. So that's only 3 books that I'd like to listen to. Not too much. I'm excited. And then there's Kate Mulgrew. She was Captain Jane in Star Trek. I don't remember if it's The New Generation. I couldn't tell you. Like I said, I wasn't a big Star Trek watcher. I did see a few episodes, but I wasn't like a Trekkie. And but her voice was amazing in Nosferatu, and she also reads Born with Teeth, which is her memoir, and The Fireman from Joe Hill. So that's very exciting. I can't wait to get to The Fireman. I definitely am going to listen to it. It's a huge book, and I loved her voice for Nosferatu, so I will definitely pick up the audio for the next one. And then we have Jeremy Irons, and that's how I got to listen to Lolita. It's Scar, okay, from The Lion King. If you've never listened to Jeremy Irons, the actor's voice, it is like honey. And anything beautiful, like sunsets and walks on the beach. Like, I love his voice. So he did read Lolita, and he also reads The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Am I saying the last name wrong? Probably. That's also a classic. I have heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. So maybe one day I'll pick that one up. Then we have Rebecca Loman, and she's the one who narrated Dark Places. I did listen to Dark Places by Gillian Flynn on audio. She also does Eleanor and Park, Fangirl, and Landline. And I'm iffy if I want to pick up Starters and Enders. I did try Starters a long time ago, which is a YA sci-fi, like dystopian. And I got the physical copy from the library, but like a couple chapters in, I was like, I don't like this book, so I stopped reading it. She also reads My Heart and Other Black Holes, Say What You Will, and This Song Will Save Your Life. So if you're into contemporary, she does read a lot of YA contemporary. The next person I have here is Ron McLarty, and he read Salem's Lot for Stephen King. I really enjoyed that book, and so I want to listen to Fear and Loathing. Fear and Loathing is one of my favorite books. And then we have Blaze by Stephen King. I have not read that book yet. Lost Boy, Lost Girl by Peter Straub. He writes some books with Stephen King, so I'm excited. I don't think I've ever actually read a Peter Straub book on his own. And Stationary by Stephen King. I think that might be a short story. I don't ever remember seeing that as a book. So yeah, I want to read those ones. I have two more narrators to talk about. The first one is Kevin T. Collins. He's the one who read all of the Castor Chronicle books. He's got an amazing Southern accent. I absolutely love it. And so he also read some of the spin-off series, which was Dangerous Deception and Dangerous Creatures. I think Dangerous Creatures. That's the first one. But he also read Crooked Kingdom and Warren the 13th and the All-Seeing Eye. Abominable by Stan Simmons. So I'm looking forward to listening to those. And my very last person that I want to talk about is Will Patton, and he's the one who read Mr. Mercedes. He is an actor. If you've seen Armageddon, he was one of the astronauts that went to destroy the asteroid. So he does Mr. Mercedes, Dr. Sleep, End of Watch, Finders Keepers, so the whole Bill Hodges trilogy. The Bizarre Bad Dreams, which is a short story collection by Stephen King. On the Road, am I probably saying it wrong? Anyways, the classic. And then he does the Maggie STIEFVATER series of The Raven King. So The Raven King, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and what's the fourth book? I think I missed it. I think there's 4 books. I have never read that series, but he does narrate those. And also Skeleton Crew, which is a very old collection of short stories by Stephen King. And that is it. I hope you guys didn't mind this video. It's kind of long, but I wanted to inform you on some very good narrators that I personally enjoy and books that you may want to listen to if you like listening to audiobooks, and you know, what my favorite narrators also read on audiobook. Anyways, that is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!